Good evening students, welcome to my video class. Today I am going to talk about poem Amanda, which is English class 10, which is unit 4 in the first flight book. Poem Amanda, written by Robin Klein, talks about a small girl whose name is Amanda. Robin Klein has expressed the views of a little girl, Amanda, who is constantly pointed out by her mother for making mistakes which she considers so as they are not part of the code of good conduct laid out by the society in which we live. Now first let's look at the short summary of the poem. The poem describes a girl named Amanda and her mother who is nagging her to make for her mistakes. She is first pointed out, most probably, by her mother for biting her nails and for not sitting in the right posture. The mother also feels that Amanda sits in a very lazy manner. To this, Amanda imagines herself as a mermaid who lives in a calm and relaxing life in the beautiful green sea. Further, she is nagged for not cleaning her room and shoes and also for not doing her homework. She then imagines herself to be an orphan because she is now fed up of being watched by her parents continuously. She says that she would have enjoyed her freedom then by making the patterns of her bare feet on the sand and would live a peaceful life. Next, Amanda is scolded for eating too many chocolates as this causes pimples. She is also scolded for not listening to her mother. So now Amanda thinks of being Rapunzel, a character from a fairy tale, and wants to live in a huge tower like her. In the tower she will be alone and will live peaceful life and will never allow anyone to come in. Finally, the mother asks her to stop being moody because she doesn't want anyone to blame her for harassing her daughter. At this time, the poet has not written any reaction from Amanda's side. This constant nagging has made her so sad that she has even stopped to imagine herself as someone else she used to do in order to escape from the continuous harassment and dominance of her parents. Now let's look at the poem. It's a short poem, so better to explain the lines. Amanda, the poem. Don't bite your nails, Amanda. Don't hunch your shoulders, Amanda. Stop that slouching and sit up straight, Amanda. This is the first stanza of the poem, and some lines are written in brackets. This is the imagination of the girl Amanda. There is a languid emerald sea where the sole inhabitant is me, a mermaid drifting blissfully. Hunch means bend, slouching means sitting in a lazy way, languid means relaxed, emerald means green color, like the jewel emerald, a kind of diamond. Inhabitant means resident, drifting, carried slowly by water, blissfully means happily. In this stanza, the poet is describing Amanda, a little girl who is always pointed out by her mother for her mistakes and how she imagines her life to be. The poet says that the mother is pointing out Amanda for biting nails, which is bad habit. Next, she asked her to sit straight without bending her shoulders. Amanda, who has habit of bending her shoulders and sitting lazily, is being pointed out because her mother wants her to sit in the right posture. At this point of time, when she is being scolded by her mother, she imagines herself to be in a deep green sea. She says that she wants to be only resident of this beautiful green sea. She imagines herself to be a mermaid who is alone there and leads her life in a very relaxing way. She says that she wants to be carried away by the current of water and feel the relaxing environment there. Now let's see the literary devices in this stanza. First, there is anaphora, that means repeated use of a word with start of two or more lines, like don't bite, don't hunch. Then assonance, use of vowel sound O, don't hunch your shoulders. The rhyme scheme is AABA in the first stanza, and then in the line in the bracket CCC, like Amanda, Amanda, straight Amanda, see me blissfully. Metaphor is also there. Use of the word emerald sea for green color of sea being similar to the color of emerald. This is metaphor. Repetition, use of word Amanda again and again. Imagery, drifting blissfully. Then alliteration is also there. Stop that slouching and sit up straight. S sound is being repeated at the start of closely placed words. And then allusion is also there. Mermaid is a well-known imagery creature, and Amanda imagines herself to be one. Now let's move ahead in the poem. Did you finish your homework, Amanda? Did you tidy your room, Amanda? I thought I told you to clean your shoes, Amanda. Now in the bracket, it is the imagination of the girl. I am an orphan roaming the street. I pattern soft dust with my hushed bare feet. The silence is golden, the freedom is sweet. This is the next part of the poem. Orphan means we all know, hushed means quiet and still placed. Now let's look at the literary devices used in this stanza. First, there is anaphora, repeated use of a word at start of two or more lines. Did you finish? Did you tidy? Rhyme scheme is AADA, then EEE. Assonance, use of vowel sound O. Thought, told, you, your, shoes, etc. Repetition of the word Amanda. So this is example of repetition also. And then metaphor is used here, has been used here. Silence is golden. Silence is said to be glorious like golden color. Freedom is sweet. Freedom is said to be sweet in taste. So these were the literary devices used. Let's see the next stanza. Don't eat that chocolate, Amanda. Remember your acne, Amanda. Acne means pimples. Will you please look at me when I am speaking to you, Amanda? Then we see the imagination of the girl. I am Rapunzel. I have not a care. Life in a tower is tranquil and rare. I will certainly never let down my bright hair. Acne means pimples. Rapunzel is a girl in fairy tales. Tranquil means calm and quiet. Rare is uncommon. So, let's see the literary devices used in this stanza. Allusion, use of famous fairy tale character Rapunzel. Rhyme scheme is AAFAGGG. Assonance is also here. Use of vowel sound E and O. Will you please look at me when I am speaking to you? Then consonants, use of sound are. I am Rapunzel, I have not hair, bright hair. Repetition, use of word Amanda. Now let's go to the last part of the poem. Stop that sulking at once, Amanda. You are always so moody, Amanda. Anyone would think that I nagged at you, Amanda. Here, Amanda did not imagine anything, so the poem ends here. Sulking means to be angry, to be in a bad mood. Moody means unstable in mind, unstable in mood. Nagged means harass continuously, repeat continuously the same lines, same words. Again, literary devices, let's see. Alliteration, stop that sulking. Here alliteration has been used. Repetition of S sound. Repetition is also here in this stanza also. Use of word Amanda. Rhyming scheme AAHA. So this is all for today. I hope you did understand the poem. We shall meet again with my next video lesson. Till then, goodbye and have a nice time. Thank you.